Hello dear YouTube community, welcome back to yet another first look import with Trenlass. Today I have something truly special for you, the upcoming Soviet Tier 10 battleship Slava. Now, a lot of you have seen the Slava last year already at some point, but apparently they changed quite a lot with it, and since they changed a lot with it, it therefore falls under the new rules for test ships. And I am not allowed to show you any gameplay nor share any gameplay experiences with you. In order to prevent some stuff like this saying anyway, I always do these YouTube videos before actually testing these ships. So without further ado, let's go. We're gonna compare today with the Slava with the Kremlin. Check the ship first without a captain, and afterwards we're gonna put the 19-point captain and the specific modules in it. So we have quite some comparison how the values can change. So without further ado, let's get started. We do have 91,800,000 hit points. We do have a torpedo protection of 29%. Now I'm gonna switch between the Slava and Kremlin all the time, so you have a comparison when it comes to hit points, artillery, detection range, and armor. Bear in mind, all you see is work in progress and subject to change. So this is not by far not the final ship. Everything can change. Without further ado, let's see how the hit points of the Kremlin look. So there you can already see a massive difference. Kremlin has way more HP and better torpedo protection. Moving on to artillery. And this is where this port review gets into some sort of problem, since I don't know how these guns behave. I just can see the raw data, and even if I would know, I couldn't tell you. So what I'm saying now is, so this is where it gets a bit tricky. Now the Slava has 406mm guns. I personally don't know how they behave, and even if I would know, I would not be allowed to tell you, so we just want to check out the raw data we have. Reload time 32 seconds, turret traverse time 45 seconds, maximum distribution 228 meters, maximum shell damage 5,800, chances of causing a fire is 40%. HE armor penetration calculation is divided by 6, so we get 68mm of pen. Moving on to AP performance, we do have a maximum AP shell damage of 13,450 and a maximum range of 24.7 kilometers. So the range seems to be really good. AP shell velocity 870 meters, as for the HE shell velocity, so extremely fast for a battleship. Moving on to the secondaries, we do have the standard 130mm Soviet dual purpose secondary guns. They are dual purpose, right? Yeah, they are. So nothing special here, 6 km range, 8% fire chance, 22mm of armor penetration. AA defense wise, we do have 18 dual 25mm, 12 quadruple 57mm, and the dual purpose secondary guns, the 130s as AA as well. Continuous AA damage is 415, damage by shell explosions 1,750, and priority sector reinforcement 35%, maximum AA range 6.6 kilometers. Maneuverability 29.5 knots, turning circles is over 1,000 meters, it's 1,090 meters, oh that's quite big. Rudder shift time 16.3. Moving on to the space concealment, it is 16.2. Detectability by air 13.7, and the smoke firing penalty is 16.2. Now these are all the base values. I'm quickly gonna move to the Kremlin in comparison. So the Kremlin has quite a lot of more health, nearly 20k, better torpedo reduction, bigger caliber guns, but let me quickly remove this. Is it 33 as well? Okay, the Kremlin has 1 second longer reload, but in comparison 15 second faster turret traverse. Now, I'm not gonna go into the damage details here into a lot of details, since they are bigger guns. they're doing more AP damage and more HE damage as the fire chance is higher. The rest is pretty uninteresting. Moving on to the firing range, we do have roughly 4 kilometers less firing range. So this one has nowhere near as much range as the Slava. And the concealment is worse by 300 meters. Turning circle and rudder shift time, as for the maximum speed, is exactly the same. Now back to the Slava. This was all the data without the captain. Now we're gonna put some modules in and a 90-point captain. Oh, before we move on, let's check the armor. So let's take a look. Now, really unique and something which is not uncommon on battleships is that the Slava has 25mm forend plating. So you will be able to overmatch this even with 380s like the Bismarck, for example. It does have an icebreaker, although the icebreaker is only working in its favor here, against Yamatos at least. While this one is 32, it can bounce basically every battleship besides Yamato, Musashi and Shikishima's. So in order to be fully safe from the Yamato overmatches, it's only up to this point. Here you can still get overmatched, so this part is actually quite easy to hit. But let's move on. We do have 32mm deck armor, so we will be able to bounce most of the shells. But as I said, again, especially against HE, this is not going to protect us against most HE rounds with IFHE. Moving to the back, same thing, 25mm. But we do have, I would say, a bit better kind of icebreaker. It's a bit longer. We do have 300mm here and 100 here. But now to the more important part. We do have 150mm upper armor belt in the middle, which is really good. Citadel is 350, so... Oh, that's actually quite exposed. And it's directly the Citadel, okay. Let's remove the forend. We do have a flat 350mm here and 150 here, so this stays the same. Okay. Now, let's compare this armor layout quickly to the Kremlin. And you can see already we have a way stronger Citadel armor. Deck armor is way better. The middle part, upper middle part is the same, but we do have 32 and a really completely working icebreaker against all types of shells. So when it comes to the armor department, turrets are by the way the same. We do have quite a weak armor layout, but if you angle it correctly, you can still bounce a lot of shells with the middle. So it is way weaker than Kremlin, that's for sure, the armor layout at least. But if you position and angle this correctly, you can still bounce quite a lot of shells. You do have these weak points which can be overmatched by basically every battleship you will face. But all in all, we'll have to see how it plays. And once I can tell you about that stuff, how it works out. You won't want to be with this ship close anyway. But as I said, I don't know about it. I am not allowed to tell you. We'll see how it works out. So armor wise, it's way weaker. HP, it's way weaker. Let's put the 19-point captain on, and I'm just gonna put Kuznetsov on, because this is usually the captain you would run if you have him. Let me quickly check to the modules. We do have normal damage con and a heal. That's actually a big difference. We don't have the limited damage of Kremlin, which is for really good players way more useful because you can time it directly when you want and you have a really short cooldown. So some people will say they don't like this kind of damage con, but if you use it really smart, it's probably the strongest one you can get. Anyway, Slava has a standard damage con. Let's put some models on. We don't need these ones for now. We're just gonna put the mandatory ones in. Seaman expert. And reload time. There we go. Now, Kuznetsov doesn't have... Oh, it does have expert marksman. Perfect. Because we will need it now. So, what has changed? We do have now a reload of 28.2 seconds. And our distribution fell down to 212 meters. Turret traverse time with expert marksman is 43.1 seconds. So also worse than Kremlin. But as I said, take all these data with a pint of salt. We don't know how it's gonna change, how it's gonna perform. I'm not allowed to tell you about the gameplay itself. And as I said, I don't play these ships before these videos at all, to make sure I'm not saying anything wrong whatsoever. Anyway, this was a really brief overview of the Slava. As I said, it is a work in progress ship, so it's still subject to change. Once we are allowed to show the footage about it on stream or on YouTube, I'm gonna upload, of course, gameplay on YouTube, as I will play it on stream. And we'll have to see how it performs. But yeah, all I can say at the current moment is Slava is back, boys and girls. And we'll have to see how she performs. So, I hope you liked this little first look import. Unfortunately, I can't tell you more. As I said, this falls under new rules, so I'm not allowed to show you any gameplay, nor share gameplay experiences with it. So, thank you so much for everything, boys and girls. I am really happy to see that my YouTube channel is getting so much love from you guys. I want to thank you all so much for all the new subscriptions. And we are so close to our goal of 1000 subscribers on YouTube. As I said, on my Discord channel, you will find the link below this video. We will do a giveaway of doubloons on the stream after the day we reach 1000 subscribers. Maybe 2 days. I will announce it in the Discord so everybody has the chance to join. And yeah, we're gonna give away lots of doubloons. So thank you so much. I hope you liked this little first look import. As I said, this is still a test strip, subject to change. A lot of things could change. We don't know how it will be in the end. But once is for sure, once I'm allowed to show you gameplay footage, it will be on my YouTube channel, as I will play it on my Twitch channel. So thank you so much. Stay all healthy, stay safe, and catch you next time. Your Trenlass. Bye bye.